Hey guys, Alan here in the shed. Well, made it. Only just. It's been, I don't know, is it 3-4 weeks? Lots have gone on. We'll start with the Great Electric Train Show. What an adrenaline rush that was. Absolutely worn out. Peter Dixon will tell you he was completely worn out. But I got to meet so many people. Oh, I had some great laughs. It was manic. It was so busy on the Saturday. It was just crazy. Sunday was all right. Well, I think we left 1:30ish in the end. I'd seen what I wanted to see, and we did all right. But it was a brilliant show, and I must thank everybody I met. Because you made my day as much as I made theirs. All my stars and superstars, as they call them. The likes of Peter and Tony Northeaster and John Warner and Susanna, Charlie Bishop. Oh, he's crazy when you get to know him. He's a bundle of laughs, I tell you. And who else was there? There were so many. So that was great. So we'll leave that at that because that's history now. So Chris Hunt asked me to pop round to his stand on the Saturday, and I had no chance of getting there. So I got there on the Sunday, I think it was. Was it the Sunday or late Saturday afternoon? I don't know. I got there in the end, and we had a natter. And he presented me with an interior depot kit, just like Charlie Bishop. Yes, it was a freebie. It was a thank you very much. I was blown away. I was emotional. I didn't expect this. But thank you very much, Chris. Really great. And you may have seen a few pictures on Facebook where I've built it and put a few pictures up. And it looks great. I've had to do a little bit of fettling to get the trains in, as Charlie Bishop would tell you. Just the tolerances are slightly off, that's all. But apart from that, it went together quite well. It's a bit fiddly at times, especially when you're trying to get the stuff off the 3D printing sprues. But instead of cutting them off, I just twisted, bang, they're off, no hassle. So that went well. Like I said, the kit's a bit fiddly at places, that's all. But like Charlie Bishop will tell you, please pre-build, pre-fit everything, okay? And try it with a loco before you finally commit to gluing it into place, because you might need a little bit of sanding here and there, that's all, on some fine edges, that's all. But apart from that, the hardest part's painting it. And the yellow on mine, Charlie did it in white, I did mine in yellow. Oh, because I did it down here, didn't I? Bloody paint wouldn't dry. It has done now, like, but it took ages to dry. So you could do with a touch-up again now, because ended up manhandling it as you do. But we'll get around that. That's no issues. It's there, it's done, it's in place. The baseboard's cut out, tracked in and tested, as you'll see in the film. So once again, Chris Hunt, thank you very much for the West Hill Wagon Works Modern Image Depot Interior Kit. Okay? With raised rail and access platforms. Twin track, double O gauge for code 100 rail. Okay? And it's as simple as that. And the instructions are fairly simple. It's self-explanatory how it goes together. Okay, guys? Thank you very much for that. The second item, the grandson wanted me to buy this, an 08 Shunter in Freightliner orange, and it works great. And I just happen to have a spare chip. And I was amazed how much room there was in the front of here to put the chip in and coil the wires up. There was nothing fouling or anything. Slipped it all back together. It went great. So that was a nice little thing. So what else have I been doing? Oh, aye, that's amazing. This is Saturday afternoon now. So we did this show 4 weeks ago now. We did the show. No hassle. Come home. No hassle. All week. No hassle. I even went out and went to Boots to get some new glasses. Did all that palaver. And that was Friday or Saturday, after the week after the show. Come Sunday afternoon, me and the missus felt a bit groggy, and we'll have to go and have a lie down, I think. Monday morning, bang, COVID, the pair of us. Just come from nowhere. We have no idea where it come from. It's laid the two of us up for 4 days. Couldn't do anything. Pains, oh Jesus. 1 minute you get a pain here or in your fingers, and then they get a pain in your foot. It's like somebody's trying to jam a 6-inch nail in your foot. Oh, and then it just disappears and you think, what the hell? So, apart from that, I wasn't too bad. I wasn't sniffling, I wasn't coughing. I just, absolutely zapped it was, COVID. But the wife's got a bad chest. She has, when she starts coughing, Jesus, you have to leave the room. But we have no idea where that come from, pair of us. It's that completely screwed up. Lost another week in our lives. Well, we're both on the mend today. She's did a bit of shopping, so we got some food for the weekend. And I'm down here talking to you guys. So we're back on the mend again. I still feel a bit weak and not chesty, it's just sometimes it's just the pains in your chest, you know. Apart from that, no hassle. So each day you get stronger as you do it. But that was the main thing. So enough of me. Back to the layout. So you know, the project I wanted to do was the engine inspection interior kit. What else? Got the '08 Shunter, you'll see that running. That being partially built in bits. You can't film it all, it's mad. Anyway, what else was that? Oh, and the flashes. It just cracks me up. People are asking about that. How did you get away with them flashes on your on your layout? Oh, it's crazy. Anyway, you'll see in a minute. I'll show you where they are this week. I thought it was quite obvious, but there you go. So, with that, all that, we're on the mend. Things are going well. And the engine shed I mentioned in the film is now arrived. I've got to make that. So, and then we can go from strength to strength again then. So I can sit indoors and get high on the glue, I think. And I won't feel a thing then, will I? Okay, guys. See you in a bit. Let's get into the movie. Bye for now. Which switch are we on? Oh, I forgot. It's been that long, I forgot. See ya. Well, as you can see, here's the new pub, new car park, and the Flashers vans in the back of the car park. We better have an investigation, I think. What can we see in the back of the car park? Seems to be a little bit of flashing going on here. And there's even a cameraman there. Let's see if we can get in closer. There they are. There's a cameraman. I hide him here. Can you see him? See the back of him. Oh, the camera doesn't want to play ball. Well, that's where the Flashers are this week. Testing out the new car park. Good job this couple can't see him here. Saucy buggers, aren't they? Eh? So this is now the base of the engine shed. This sort of gives you a perspective of how big it is. And this is the inspection pit area. Yeah, it's only half built yet, but that's just the base unit alone. The rest of it's still in the packaging there. Got a box full of bits yet. The other little project I want to do is end of train lamps. Yeah, and that wasn't a cheap do either. That was bloody expensive. Anyway, it's one of them things. That's how it is. Anyway, but that's the plan. Down in that there, this will go fit in there. I'll show you now. Right, this is where the engine shed's going to sit. Okay, yes, it looks a bit cramped at the moment, but that has got to be recessed. I've got to cut a hole in the board for the recess to sit down into. Like I said, it's got to be all painted up, and there's all extra bits to go on there yet. And then I want 2 lines coming in along here, and a wide point. Make life easier with a wide point. It's a smoother transition than having medium points. Always look at doing wide points. It makes life a lot easier when they're doing them. So a wide point, 2 tracks, and into the inspection area. Now I'm hoping, and I'm not sure, to put lighting underneath here, and I was thinking of putting it round the base edge in there. I thought it was a bit more deeper than that, but obviously it ain't. But we'll see how we get on anyway. Got to paint it first. Right, that's where we're up to. I would say part A at the moment. Okay, back in a bit. Right, this is the kit now, painted up. I'll put some spare track in there for the moment, but basically that's the kit, yeah, like that. So it's not too bad. Painting could have been better, but we're not all perfect. But that's basically it. I have put a few photos on Facebook, but that's about as far as I want to go. It's like Charlie Bishop said, if you put the ladders on, then if you did the same at the rear, the size of the sheds you can buy, you end up having to lose the ladders So they're only like tacked on with super glue. But as for the platforms, I've had to fettle them, but you've got to allow sideways movements on Hornby trains, which I've got in there, because of the axles, the way they float on the axles. Anyway, I've done a slight trim. Chris Hunt's watching, I'd knock 0.5 millimetre off the width of them, to be honest. Just saves you rubbing them down, but each to their own at the end of the day. It just gives it a bit more clearance, because there is sideways movements on the locos, so if it doesn't enter centrally, you could catch the edge. Now Charlie Bishop went white, I've gone yellow. Maybe not the best effect, I suppose, with the sunlight as it is. But it's a nice little kit. And once it's on in situ, with a shed on top, which I'm hoping to get. Charlie went with the Gauge Master resin type. I'm hoping to go with the Pico plastic one. Those that's in the nose, similar to what's his name, Peter Dixon's Torrington Road. I want a shed like that. But as for underneath lighting, I don't think it would make a lot of difference, to be honest. If you got good lighting in the shed, like I've got in the steam sheds, I think it'd be okay. At the end of the day, it's not a repair depot, it's only an inspection depot. So they're going to be in and out. Okay? Well, that's the plan anyway. So when I get it in situ, it'll have new rails and flexi track to a Y point. So it could even look even better with the rails in. Because they're a bit bent them. But it's only put a scrap rail to show you. Well, I think it's come out quite good to me. I'm happy with it. That's the main thing. Okay? So if you need it, it's West Hill Wagon Works. I'm not sure on the kit number, to be honest. I'm sure you'll find it. It's an inspection depot. West Hill Wagon Works inspection depot. And I think it retails about £35. Okay? Well, it's up to you, but it's another little added detail to the layout. Because the shed won't come to full width of it. It'll leave about a third of the space, maybe half, either side. So you will have a sort of base perimeter around, depending on which shed you use and how you locate it. Okay, so that's where we are now. So the next thing to do is cut the baseboard and slot it in. Back in a bit. Right, 10 minutes later, it's now in position on the layout. It blends in so well. Look a bit different when the shed's on it, but it's just enough clearance all the way around. So if I move angles a little bit, just a sec. There we are. I've stripped that track out to there. I'll have a short level length in there, then a set of Y points, and then into the shed. Okay? And I'll show you from the other end. And there we are. That's where the engine shed will sit. And then I can landscape it all in. If I need road access, I've got a bit down the side of there if necessary. I can go round there to a doorway and whatever. But I've got all this rear end here where Junior's tanks are. Well, I can make that into a roadway and storage depot, whatever. So that's it, it's in place now. So all I've got to do is track it up. Okay, thank you very much. Back in a bit. So there we go, all tracked in, points are in, up there, white points onto the main line, and there you go. Just got to trim the ends if necessary. Don't know whether to put a buffer on them or not yet. Wait for the engine shed, I think. And there you go. I'll show you from the other side. There we go, from this side. Comes in off the main line, splits into a Y point into the engine shed. Engine shed's on order, so you'll have to wait and see what comes. But at least it's tracked in. I've tested it, it works, so no worries. And yes, it fits in the bays okay. Okay. Now I've trimmed them up. There you go. Nice little inspection depot sorted. What's next? What I'd like to say is an 08 Shunter does not fit in the engine shed. The crank catches the sides underneath. It's alright on these diesels, but because it's got a wider crank on the axle, it won't go in. But I found that on other stuff, other sheds. It's just that little bit wider. Anyway, we'll put this back. As it creeps into the shed. Speed step 1 that out of 28. Now if it was going to catch on anything, it would have stopped by now. Just a bit more. There we go. Change direction so I've got the lights on the front. There we go. Move it over a little bit. There you go. She's in the bay. Shut down. And lights off. And there we go, guys. Back in a bit. So, as I fetch the engine back into the shed, not shed, station, I just thought I'd zoom in on it. Yeah, remember, 15-pound body, clips on and clips off. Don't have to worry about any lighting, any wires or anything, just clips on and off. And yes, it's got window handles on it, so there's nothing wrong with it. Remember, I changed it from the Chilton into a DRS. Simple. So on that note, thank you for watching. Catch you in the next film. All being well. Bye for now.